G'day everyone, Goober here with another Torchlight Infinite Sandlord season video. In this video, I'll be going over the farming strategy that I did. I don't know why I do that every time. You can just right click to push shit over there. So I'll be going over the farming strategy that I did previously in 7.2 because I got a number of comments saying, how do you make that much currency? It doesn't seem feasible. Now, it is quite easy for me. I guess I have a firm grasp on what things sell for, and I know what to avoid, and a couple of little nuances with the map that is run as well. So let's quickly just go over the... I have added an extra compass to this. It is the most expensive part of the whole thing, and I don't really have the void chart points to do it properly. I'm talking about snow paper here. It's nice to have the 5% chance of all rares, but it's probably better over here if we have additional sets from bosses. But anyway, I'm going to leave it like this, just because I like seeing more rares in the maps every now and then. Oh, excuse me. Gosh. Oh, tired. Long days. I didn't do a video yesterday because I worked both jobs. So in this tree, you go the points in the chance to spawn the enemies because it stacks with the compasses, which is really nice. So you pretty much put every point in here except for the chance at the Queen's Wick, because the Queen's Wick itself is kind of garbage. It doesn't sell for very much at all. And the rest of these nodes, a chance to replicate. So even if you don't take 3 of these, that is a 6% chance to replicate that you are not getting. So that is huge to get all of those. And that is a 6% chance to upgrade. So it can upgrade the keys into the Eternals. And that is really, really nice. Onto the star shards. So we have star shards here being replicated. The ends sell for a bit, or even the beginnings sell for a bit. They sell for the same actually. And then we have a 19% chance that bosses drop a winding key as well. They sell for about 0.5 each. And because we are doing Aeterna, we'll have a number of bosses. So we'll probably get 1 or 2 of those every map. And then we are Yuga 2, so we need movement speed. The easiest movement speed in the game is God of War. So that is the void chart. This one is just chance to replicate star shards. We're not doing the confusion cards, so that doesn't matter at all. There's just an extra 20% chance to replicate. The strategy is super simple. We are running Confession Chapel. If you've just changed your void chart, don't forget to go down to the bottom right here and reset the confusion cards to reset the void chart that you've just activated. So the map is pretty simple. I've just been putting 1 or 2 in here. The Netherrealm Resonance will sustain from this quite easily. And the compasses that we are using are cube. They are currently 0.2 each. And the familial Aeterna compass, these are the 2 main ones that you can run in 7.2 and 7.1 and 7.0 as well. With the addition of the frozen canvas one. I'm not sure if that's going to be worth it unless we're juicing and without those extra 8 points. But I guess we'll see in a minute. So you just open up Confession Chapel. You are just running Confession Chapel over and over again. Grab the God of War, because without it, even on such a small map, you are very slow. This is one of the nuances. Sometimes you have to go down into that bottom stage for enemies to spawn down there. It's kind of annoying. I don't really deal with the season mechanic too much. I tend to ignore it because I'm here for progression and the FE that you get from the season mechanic isn't great until you can do bigger shipments, especially into like Utopia and stuff like that. So it's good later, but this is a very, very fresh account, so really all I care about is progressing quickly and getting some flame elementium, which will allow me to upgrade things. Like I upgraded this, I have this to upgrade, and my gloves, they were about, I want to say the gloves were about 50 FE, very cheap. Stuff at this stage of the season is very cheap to just buy rather than craft. I did spend 1,000 flame elementium on this necklace. Probably a bit much, to be honest. I probably could have crafted this for a lot less than than 1,000, but I mean, it's tier 1 intelligence, that's a 1% chance. So I probably did alright on this one, especially with a T0 and a tier 1 ultimate there. It's probably not a bad price, and considering how quickly you can farm up stuff with this, that's really quite nice. The rest of my gear is coming along. These rings I got for 1 FE each, I think, or 1 FE and 2 FE or something like that. And my boots I got for 1 FE as well. So some stuff is not really that pricey on this character, but it allows you to farm quite efficiently. So all we're doing is we're running this map over and over again. It's not the most exciting thing in the world, but if it gets me into Profound, then I don't care about doing this a little bit, just for like 3 or 4 hours, get a couple of thousand FE, and then progress further and then do more exciting farms and stuff once I get into Profound and juicing becomes really profitable, and we can go from there. So if you're not killing stuff in here extremely fast, then just go down to 7.2 and do it there. The biggest thing that I find is I often forget to claim the God of War, which can drop a 50 stack of flame elementium if you're doing Profound, or I've had a couple of 10 stacks of FE, which is really nice in 8.0. So yeah, this is pretty much it. Just make sure you come down here, kill the monsters in this little pocket there, and then just run around and clear the zone. So we got pretty lucky there with 3 of those guys. Unfortunately, only 1 Eternal. Sometimes they can drop 4 Eternals, which is 12 FE, which is quite nice. Especially for a 0.15 FE compass. It's quite insane. But yeah. So yeah, that's the strategy. I'm going to do this for an hour, and we'll see how much we make in 8.0 versus the 7.2, where we made 350 FE for the hour. So I'm pretty sure we'll easily beat that. And yeah, see you in a sec. Alrighty, so this is just a quick look at the costs. As you can see, the Frozen Abundance is quite pricey. It is 30 FE for 16 maps. I will just be doing those 16 maps, and then I'll be looking at the snowpaper fragments and see if I make more than 30 FE from that. If I don't, I'll just drop that off and probably replace it with an elite compass or something else that's 0.15 as well. So if we remove that cost, then it's only going to take 60 FE to run almost 100 maps. So it'll be, it's a pretty cheap strategy to run as well. I just got a skill drop from the snow guys. Unfortunately, it's worthless. I thought it might be worth something because it's one of the Magus ones, but I guess not. Just had another skill drop from the Frozen guys. I'm pretty sure this one's worthless as well. Indeed. Alrighty, we're currently 12 minutes in, and this is the 16th map, which means it'll be the last one for the snowpaper fragments before I do a check and possibly buy some more. Sometimes you get a stack of 39 like that, sometimes you get a stack of 60. So it's pretty inconsistent. We did get 2 skills dropped, but they were quite bad skills. So I guess that's another factor. Like if I got a skill that was 600 FE, then obviously that would be mad profit, even if the snowpaper fragments aren't great. So if this is on par or a little bit better, then I'll probably buy some more and see how we went. So we're currently on 700 snowpaper fragments off 16 beacons, which is... They sold way too fast at 0.45. So I'm thinking that that is too cheap. So I'll just sell them for 0.05. Which brings that to 10. Nope, that's wrong. 0.05, it's 35. It's pretty much break even at this point. I don't want to break even. I'm not going to buy more of those. Is there another... How much are elite compasses? 0.15, that's my kind of... that's my kind of cost. 0.151. There we go. 8 FE for 50 compasses. It's kind of insane. Yeah, whatever. I'll take 53. Oops, that's 8 FE. Wait. That was 8 FE, and I just got 8 FE from... So that cost me 8. I got 8 from that. So that cancels each other out. I'll just remove snowpaper fragments from the equation. Snowpaper would be far better. Probably just with the points in the other side. Rather than that, it would be better if we put them over here. So then it doesn't matter about the... probably don't really need these ones either, because this is just the dyed snow monsters. But this is making it so bosses drop snowpaper fragments. So I'm going to get a reasonable return on just those points without the need of a compass. One other change that I will make is there's actually no point juicing these at all. So why give enemies extra tank? And I guess I should actually start using these compasses. I just noticed something else as well. It has been a long day. I even mentioned it earlier in this video. If you change your void chart, reset the bloody zone. Bosses weren't dropping sets of snowpaper fragments. Alrighty, I've been going for 30 minutes now. I may as well clear out the keys. So we've got 67 out of 80. Unfortunately, it uses 12 a time now instead of the 8 of T7. But that's okay, because I believe Ghost Slaughter can drop in 8s. So if one of those drops, then it's all good. And I guess it's pretty fast to get through if you're using, 50% extra of them every time. The thing about dot damage is he goes into his thing and he just dies anyway. It's kind of cool. That wasn't too bad. That took 3 minutes to run those, and I guess I ran 5 of them, so that's not too bad for a 50 FE. Just got aim level 21. I doubt that is worth anything. I'm starting to notice with more and more stuff dropping. On Asia, my ping is 6 milliseconds. On America, it ranges between 300 to 400. So often, if a boss drops a lot of snowpaper fragment and flame sand and stuff like that, I either have to stop what I'm doing to wait for it to pick up, or just ignore some of the stuff on the ground. Luckily, with the way that the loot filter works, is the higher up the chain of the filters, then the higher priority it has for the auto loot function. So I'm not really missing out on big ticket stuff, but stuff like snowpaper fragments and flame sand sometimes get left behind. I'm not going to get a season pass to pick up those extra items. I'm just going to deal with it, and I just thought it was interesting. Alrighty, that's we're at 58 minutes. Oops, wrong one. So now we've just got to clear off the rest of these. Got 53 again, so this will take probably 2 or 3 minutes. And then we'll do the tally. Right, this is the last one. Just ticked over the hour. So pretty good timing. All up. Plunder. Compass at the end there. They're worth a fair bit. 30 FE, not too bad. Alrighty, I did randomly have that dream that we started the other video proc. It went to 100% pretty quick, so I only got, you know, a red bubble and a yellow bubble, and that dropped. It is 20 FE. I'm not going to count it though because it's not really part of the strategy at all. Got a couple of truth fossils. These start dropping in T8s. They're about 15 FE each. Was really nice. Had 67 winding keys drop, which is also pretty good. 135 tiers, and after we got rid of that 700 and the initial investment, another 671 snowpaper fragments dropped. So looking at the spreadsheet, it looks like we ran 63 maps. So that brings us to 8 FE profit per map, which is 532 profit all up. So 500 FE an hour in a T8-0, pretty much no investment. Boss rush strategy, no gold, not really many resources. Have I got tiers in there twice? I do, but that one was zeros, so didn't really matter. I thought it was odd. So a couple of truth fossils, a couple of lost secrets. We did have one good artifact drop, or compass rather. But everything else is pretty much consistent with what you would expect every hour. I think we got pretty unlucky with the Aeterna keys. I've had hours where you get 130 of these, so 50 less of those. If that was, you know, that'd be an extra 100 FE an hour, but it wasn't. So, you know, RNG is RNG, so there's nothing we can do about that. 78 flame elementium dropped because you get a lot more in T8. And then again, if this was profound, I would expect a few hundred flame elementium as raw drops in that regard. The 9 ends are pretty... There's no way that that is the actual price. They'll be selling for 15 each, no doubt. And we did have a 100-fold windfall drop, which is nice. No immolating flames, which is a shame. But yeah, so a pretty good test all up. 8-0 boss rush. You don't really need much damage. Excuse me. I guess we did have about... what have I put in there? Yeah, I put 4,000 in there before, so about 10,000 gold in there, which is 12 hours at my current rate. But yeah, not a bad strategy. I'm enjoying it. Considering this is effectively day 4 for this character, my played is 31 hours. Wow, that's a lot more than I thought. A fair bit of AFK in that, timing out and stuff, so yeah, not too bad, progressing quite nicely. But yeah, that's what I've got. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Alrighty, I'm glad I paused that. I just went to sell my stuff, and it's crazy that I was selling these 2 days ago for 3 each, and now you can get them for 1 FE each. That's absolutely insane. So I guess if you're doing Ruins Rush, this would be crazy profitable at the moment. 80 for 99. So 0.8 each. That's crazy. Oh well. Guess I'll update my spreadsheet because, I mean, it's still 376 an hour. That's not great, but it is what it is. No point putting up false information. But yeah, 376 FE an hour. Thanks for watching.